So we're in the room of utter
Disagreement?
despair and disappointment, I guess, is words I'm looking for.
Disagreement?
About that.
Disagreement?
Yeah, disagreement.
Any other D words we could do?
I think we all have different opinions here.
So we're going to, if there are spoilers in this, and if you haven't seen the movie, just watch for 30 seconds so we get credit for it. And if you don't, you're a really bad person, because I'm asking you 30 seconds.
And we'll have to hurt a puppy.
And we'll have to hurt a puppy. And I'll just keep dragging it out until you actually...
Until we get the minute view now.
Well, it's true. So we went and saw it, and high hopes and a bunch of differing opinions about it.
It's true.
And so I'll start with them, and then I'll be last because I'm the only opinion you care about. But, all right, who's your hillbilly? Out of the scale of 1 to 10, what would you give John Wick 4?
A 9.
Okay.
I'd give it a 9. It was action-packed from start to finish.
I agree.
The fight scenes were awesome. The gunplay was awesome. The spoiler, where they go up over top with a camera view and show the over
That was
the top
fantastic.
where he's going through the rooms
Used
with
the
the dragon's breath. Yeah, the dragon's breath or whatever it is. That was almost like the cherry on top for me. Like I saw
just
that.
sitting there thinking, this would be a good video game.
And then when he's going up the stairs at the end, he gets all the way to the end and then gets kicked back down, and it's just like
That
he's
was
not going to
stupid.
make it. I liked it.
The
You knew it
never-ending-
was going to happen. You knew it, but it was still sweet. I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of action. I think it was the most action-packed out of all of them.
Yep.
As far as just pure action, I think that one has them all beat.
Okay, rank all 4 of them.
John Wick 1, number 1. 4, 2, and 3.
Okay, good.
3
All right.
still my least
You're
favorite.
totally wrong, but that's okay. Go ahead, JR. What on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm going to do right in order, 1 through 4. 8, 7, 6, 8.5.
Hold on.
8, 7, 6, 5.5. 8.5.
Oh, 8.5. Oh, so
The fourth one's the best movie of the 4.
oh, see, I wouldn't even go that far.
You gave it an 8.5. What would you give 1?
8. That's what I said. 8.
Oh, see.
I did them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's awful low on his.
The third one
You
wasn't
went
great.
low on 2.
No, he
Lower
went
than the
on
first one.
3.
You gave 2 a 7.
Lower than the first one. I could go in halves. I could do 8, 7.5, 7, 8.5.
Okay. Well, give us what you like about it.
I think I liked all the action. I think it's the most action packed that we had. I actually really appreciated the never ending stair scene at the end. Like he climbs those stairs in movie for like.
I'm sure it's supposed to be symbolic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the movie it was like 4 minutes time lapse, but it was like 20 minutes of him trying to fight up the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had his
Yeah,
watch
don't
on or
time
whatever.
that final
yeah.
scene because it's like he's got 4 minutes to get there, and it's like
It's like 25 minutes later, it's like he's still going up the stairs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he climbs them twice, 2.5 times.
Yeah. And
And the guy that should be dead is the one that knocks him to the bottom. So,
once again, that guy. That was probably the worst part of the movie, but
Which one?
the dude the bad guy that kept going after him.
Yeah.
Like he was there in like every fight scene. He was like the final boss.
well,
and
and
he just kept
because-
getting hit by cars and shot.
yeah, because he shot him over the dog there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been
How's he
shot.
still
He'd been
alive?
ran over, and then all of a sudden he was at the top of the stairs and kicked Wick all the way to the bottom again.
And his suit still looked good.
And his suit still looked pristine.
Well, it's bulletproof.
That was
But that's funny. If you I don't know why I picked this up during the movie. I'm sitting there looking at Wick's suit at the end of this day, and the suit still looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No holes, not torn all to pieces.
Yeah.
That tailor's really good.
it's
Kevlar.
fantastic.
It's Kevlar.
Which sort of off topic, but Hacksmith built a John
Yes,
Wick Kevlar
I saw
suit
that.
last week.
Yeah.
But it would be so heavy you couldn't do all
no,
that.
It
he
was
actually-
not that bad. You should watch the
He
video.
actually built a thin one. The problem is when you get hit by a bullet, it's breaking a rib.
Yeah, it's still impressions.
It's breaking a rib. It's just not going to kill you.
Yeah.
So
You see him hold it up like this. They're always holding it up like this.
yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
Nobody ever hit his hand.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah, He's, with hands out in the open. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, I don't know.
All right. What is your rating?
No.
No,
Well,
you gotta give all the ratings for all the movies.
Oh, to me it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really?
3 was better than 4.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. See, not to me.
See,
it
3's the
wasn't,
low
but I
point
could-
for me.
Yeah.
No, it's just 3. It's just how bad 4 is.
Wow.
4 is
Wow.
the thing, and one really emphasized it, and then they lost a little bit of it down the road.
I agree.
He was just a regular guy who had so much determination and so much will, and had a lot of training, but it wasn't supernatural. It wasn't another Marvel superhero movie. You could almost identify with him, especially with his wife dying, the dog dying. Mm-hmm. There was empathy there, and then the more it went on, the more ridiculous it got.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
To 4, it's just absolute nuts.
4, you're looking at it going, there's no way half of that movie could happen in real life.
No, there's not. But then we watched Fast and Furious too. So
yeah, but like you said, John Wick, the first one was okay. That could actually happen. He had range time. He knew how to operate those weapons specifically like he was in the movie.
Yes,
I mean it was like what a real assassin would
and the
have
judo and the jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. He worked tirelessly doing that.
Yeah.
And he was very proficient, even in the number of years that he did. And this character is supposed to be somebody who was raised up from a small child. They give hints of it. Like I think it's in 3 when he goes and he's walking through this room after he has talking to the Angelica Houston. I can't think of what's going on there, but there's these little kids training there, jiu-jitsu and judo and all that stuff. So he's raised up from the very beginning. So there's a sense of believability about who he is. Yeah, he can pull this off. He can do this stuff. And then the second thing, they went to the Kevlar suit. And I thought the second one was fantastic. Just the catacomb scene is fantastic.
That is, if we're picking favorite scenes out of all the movies, the catacombs.
The catacombs and the museum too, and plus that scene where he goes in there and he goes in there to kill her. Mm-hmm. That is one of the most beautiful scenes. The way that whole when he goes there in the catacombs, that's fantastic filmmaking.
I don't know. That top down scene.
That was good. That was really good.
Still, the catacombs.
The catacombs is fantastic.
Yeah, that is so good.
Because the catacombs went like, okay, Wick's great. Now to Wick is fantastic.
Yeah.
You mentioned the suit. I feel like the suit was overplayed in this movie more than the others.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody had them.
Yeah.
Everybody had them, but they were constantly using them.
Their suit.
Like, I don't remember them being such a shield in the other movies.
No. 2, they started using them a lot, but really not even that much in 2.
But not to the point where you're bulletproof.
And 3 didn't either, because 3 there was more.
Yeah, like nobody got shot in the fourth movie.
Yeah, like in the fourth one, there's a million rounds going off and no one's getting shot.
Yeah.
Except the Dragon Breath Race.
Yeah.
But I like 3 because it does his Russian background. It shows the high table. It shows the leader of the high table, which, by the way, they replaced in this one. Did you notice that? The same character in 3 was not in 4. It's like, and so there was more background to who Wick was. You started to get some understanding. And plus the dog scene with Halle Berry is fantastic.
That was one of my. I didn't care for that part.
That's almost up there with Catacombs for me.
That one just didn't get it for me.
I couldn't enjoy that scene because I was sitting there just waiting for one of the dogs to have to die.
I know.
I was just like on the edge. When are they going to kill him?
But since we're on the whole spoiler topic, there's a scene in John Wick 4 that will remind you of Martha from Superman.
No,
that's exactly what it was.
Homage to this series.
That's exactly what it was. It's like he's now best friends with the guys trying to kill him because he saved the dog. They had something in common, just like Batman and Superman. Like Martha, what's my mom's name?
It's full circle. Stop shooting you. It's full circle. The whole series started off a dog.
I know. I just thought that was too much. I thought that was too corny for me. But
well, no, I actually thought that was a nice way to tie it all back together.
I do.
And I hope the black guy sticks around.
I think he's going to take over the gentleman that passed away. What's his name?
It'd be the new concierge.
The real guy that passed away.
Oh, you could do that.
He passed away in the movie. He got shot.
He don't want to be a concierge.
I think, but concierge is a bad boy. You know what I mean? Like, I think he would be a good.
They're actually doing a Wick spinoff of they're going to actually have called the Ballerina or something like that.
Hopefully, that's where the Asian girl goes, and doesn't stay.
No, it's a entirely new character. She was one of the Bond girls. She was a Bond girl in the last movie.
Really?
And the black hair, and she was also
I remember her
in The Gray Man.
Yeah,
and she was in it. She's really good. I like her. I don't. I guess I had such high hopes for it. I
Yeah.
wanted to see some culmination. He does die in the end, which I thought was horrible.
He's alive.
Absolutely horrible.
He's alive.
I liked it, but I went in knowing it was going to happen. Like I was like, I know it's going to happen.
No.
So I
I wanted
alive.
to see him sitting on the throne of the high table at the end.
He's alive.
They said they're going to do 5.
Yeah.
Oh, say
It's
so
always
they
it was
are gonna
always
do a
planned as
5.
5. It was always planned as 5.
All right.
And I think it's important how he said, "Will you take me home?" New York was not his home.
So you think John Wick will actually be back in Wick 5?
I don't know about that.
Or is it gonna
but I
be-
don't think he's dead.
Johnny Chan.
No,
How are you supposed to come back?
I think he's gonna. If you watch the after credit, I think his time is up.
I don't. Yeah, it could be.
Why would Wick come back now? There's no reason for him to come back.
Yeah, like everything's settled. That's why I don't know where.
Unless
Unless
he
he sits on the
does-
table, yeah,
Unless he just wants to take out the table.
Yeah, which he might.
or sit at the table.
I don't know.
But that. So we'll talk about biggest gripes. Is I thought that the standoff scene was completely stupid.
Gosh, that was stupid.
I don't know anything about
Your
that.
life is hanging in the balance. You have to do a duel with another guy,
Who's blind?
Yeah, a blind guy.
right? And you have your second that you can pick, and you pick. Oh, you know what? I'm really worried about doing this. I'm gonna pick the blind guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But not only just the fact that the blind guy was picked. I don't know much about that gun they used, but they're trained marksmen. Why can't they hit
Well,
each
it's
other
not-
from
I thought-
40 paces?
They weren't trying to kill each other.
yeah, that's the only thing.
They weren't trying to kill each
Yeah,
other.
that's the only thing it could have been because they're deadly accurate with pistols.
Because I think.
And it's a cartridge pistol. It's not like it's not like you're loading the ball and the powder and
Yeah.
I
don't
think it was basically. I think they had. It doesn't show it, but I think they had talked about it, how they were going to do it, and where he doesn't take that last shot and then
Yeah.
he kills.
know. Well, even if they had or hadn't talked about it, say there wasn't an agreement, is that still not really stupid that they can't? That somebody in that situation couldn't hit each other? I mean, why is that an option for a standoff in a movie
Yeah,
like that?
I thought that was a little weird way to end it, but
The whole blind character is nuts.
I thought they did it well, but it's stupid.
I liked
It
it,
is.
but it was over the top.
I mean, seriously,
I mean, apparently he has sonar.
everybody, yeah,
He's like
everybody,
Daredevil.
That's part of the movie. Part of the great thing about it, because everybody was just kind of normal, and you could understand who these people were, and they were almost believable. And then all of a sudden, the last movie comes out, and you got Asian Daredevil
Yeah,
and super obese Chuck Norris. This guy weighs 600 pounds doing spinning round kicks.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
In a
Fits.
terrible fat suit, by the way.
I guess a round kick is spinning, but
Yeah,
I'm just
a
saying.
terrible
Saying,
fat suit.
the Chuck Norris roundhouse kick,
Yeah.
and he weighs 600 pounds. Has to have a breath
Inhaler. Yeah.
so he keep going.
Yeah.
And then Wick falls down probably 6,000 stairs.
Yeah, and then
Twice.
once again, the main bad guy, or not the main bad guy, but the main henchman, got hit by a car, thrown off
He
the
got shot.
staircase, get shot. Like, and he's still there at the very end. Somehow he beats Wick to the top of the stairs when he left him bleeding in the building when he walked out.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the suit still looks good. There's no blood on
yeah.
the suit. But how many times have we seen Wick? And that's what 3 did. That's what 4 did, where he
Yeah.
falls out and he lands like you've got a railing. He lands like that.
At the end of 3, he should have been dead.
He should have been dead.
He should have been dead. Ain't nobody surviving that.
And then he's like, okay,
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
what?
I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
50, he's almost my age.
And that's even more bad about how it ended too. He's been through all of that. He's lived through everything, and he can't handle being winged once.
I know it.
Yeah, it's not like it was in the heart. It was like right here.
Yeah. You've been shot 35 times, and it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. A blind assassin.
They
The
did-
dumbest thing.
They did show how stupid or how easy it was for the blind guy to be bested when he was fighting in the all glass room with Wick, and Wick lands silently and just lays there,
Right.
Yeah,
and the guy's like, "Are you dead?" And he's just like, and then like a
Yeah,
little
the
peek,
guy's like,
yeah.
and he pulls out a gun and shoots it. He can hear the bullet going through there.
Yeah, and he's like, oh,
I thought that was it's just so, because you see him reacting. If you could get it and slow it down, you actually see him reacting before, like the sword.
Yeah.
The sword fight. Well, the
Yeah.
sword's even moving.
yeah.
He's like, he's guarding.
he hears it
Yeah.
coming.
It's so stupid. Gosh, it was stupid.
Is it stupid when Daredevil does it?
Daredevil has
That's a superhero
Oh.
movie.
he has a super ability.
And
Okay.
John Wick was not supposed to be a superhero movie. It was an assassin
Right.
style. So, I don't know. Overall, I liked it. I thought it was good. It was over the top. Don't expect to go watch John Wick 4 and see,
And it's 3 hours long.
oh gosh, it was long.
But I almost fell asleep in parts of it.
Well, the
but,
stair scene is 45 minutes of it.
Yes, it is.
but,
Good grief.
it's like, from now on, Keanu, just make 2 movies. Because he made 4 Matrixes.
Oh, Matrix 4, we don't even want to talk about that.
Gosh,
either.
that was horrible.
Oh,
I liked it.
ugh.
Oh, that was horrible.
You would like
Yeah, but
it.
you like that Nolan stuff. So
Yeah.
that's just
Ugh.
So there's our unbiased, totally free, unscripted review.
Wait till it comes out on.
Wait for it to come out.
Streaming
on
or
DVD.
It's
DVD.
worth watching on the screen still.
It was good, but it was just over the top. I still like it. It's still my second favorite.
You need to go back and watch 2, both of them.
Maybe I need to go back and watch 2.
I
I watched
watched
3
them
right before we went, and I still 3. I like 4 better than 3.
I'll go back and watch them all.
All right.
There
See
you
ya.
go.